All right, so I hit record. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much, everybody. I would like to welcome you tonight. We are not going to allow the weather to distract us from being excited about what's coming up, which is spring. And of course, right after that is summer. So let's have some fun tonight. Let me go ahead and share my screen and then we will get started. Okay. Looks good?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, so the topic for today is we are going to get ready for summer. So I want to welcome you. I hope that you are just as excited because, let's see, April showers bring May flowers. So that is what I am choosing to talk about, the dreary weather that we're having today. But I'm hoping that all that means is that we're just going to have beautiful and bigger and better flowers in the next couple of weeks. So my name is Olga St. Pierre. I'm so happy to see so many of you back at on our workshop schedule. I am a real estate agent by trade. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what I do and how much fun we have. Our primary focus is helping and serving our clients in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. We have been doing this for the last 13 years. This is what I do full time. We have amazing help. And our team mission is to help anyone with a plan and a budget to become a homeowner. Whether you're still working on it, whether you're choosing to rent, that is okay too. And with our workshops that we provide here through our own network and also by partnering up with the library system, our goal is to help you be a responsible and sustainable homeowner in our community. And the goal for this workshops is also to take what we see and what we hear on social media and internet and bring it to you and make it relevant on what works and what makes us excited right here in our own community. As part of our service, we do move anyone pretty much anywhere in the United States and Canada. Quite a few clients last year have relocated to Texas and Florida. So we appreciated being part of that move. And our goal is to make it as stress-free as possible. As I'm sure you can imagine, moving is very stressful. And we also have a big concierge service that we provide to anyone absolutely free of charge. If you're looking for contractor recommendations, if you're looking for professionals to help you with taxes or financial advice, anything that you can think of us as your virtual yellow pages. We're happy to help you with recommendations, someone that we have personally used or that was given to us by our clients because they were happy as well. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to help you in any capacity that we can. And if we don't have the answer, we will make sure that we get it for you. So let's jump right in. We are excited. So what we're talking about here is summer and how are we going to be excited about it? And what I want to share with you, and a lot of you know this about me, is my mission in life as being a mom, being a daughter and a wife and a business owner. And when we try to counterbalance everything that we have going on in our lives, I have gotten very intentional about figuring out what are some of my hacks and tips and things that I have adopted and I have learned from others that have worked for me in my business and my personal and my family life that have helped me make things a little bit easier. And if you don't mind, I would love to share some of them with you today because a lot of them are also going to help you to look forward towards spring and summer. So here we just have some of these fun things compiled, and I just want you to kind of laugh and have some fun with some of these things, and then just figure out what makes sense for you and take them with you and then adopt them as well. And also, if you have your own awesome hacks, please share them because I am always looking for new things that will help me and make my life easier that I can also share with others. So cupcake liners are not just for making cupcakes. You can actually use them at the base of an ice pop to make sure that things don't leak, right? Because it will catch falling dew so that way your hands and clothes are going to stay clean. Making coffee ice cubes for the perfect summer treat. You know, you can use ice cube trays for a lot of different things. My daughter actually has tried that and she loves it. She doesn't like hot coffee, but she likes cold coffee. And this way it's, you know, it works perfectly. Half an hour before serving time, you can actually get the table set up with bowls of lemons and limes that have been topped with cloves to ensure a pest-proof party. And you can use a muffin tin as a, not just for muffins, but also help yourselves and use them for condiments. Instead of taking out and putting everything out in the containers, you can make it look very much pretty. And you know what I can add to that is I have used regular cookie trays as another way of making a charcuterie board. And you know, a charcuterie board is where you put out different snacks and it's all on one place in one tray. And I have found cookie tray because of the, you know, the sides, nothing was falling out and everything was all in one clean place. And it looked very nice as well. Our vacation checklist is available to you. I don't know about you guys, but many times I have scrambled because I realized that before I go on vacation, there's a million things that I absolutely have to do to make sure that I can actually enjoy my vacation. So what I have done for my clients, we actually took everything that we can think of that you would need to get accomplished and get that done and put it on one postcard. This is our vacation checklist that we sent out to our clients in the month of May or June. So if you would like to get a copy of that, we can either send it to you as a PDF or we can also mail it to you as well. So please let us know. But think of this as your, I'm going to check everything off so that way I don't wake up one day and I am on the beach and I'm going to realize that I forgot to water my plants or I forgot to stop my mail. And then I'm going to sit and fret and worry, or I'm going to start calling my neighbors to see if they can go and check on the house or they can grab the mail. So think about how you can make your own life easier by having one checklist that you can use for when you go on vacations, or you can maybe, even if you go away just for a day, you can kind of run through it and say, okay, this applies, this does not, I'm good here, this is all done. And that way you can truly, truly enjoy your time away without having to worry that something can happen in your home. Some other vacation hacks that we have compiled here for you. Shampoo and lotion bottles are a perfect disguise for beachside carry-alls. If you think about it, you can actually use those bottles to shelter your keys, your cards, or maybe even cash in plain sight. And also, a lot of the times, those bottles are waterproof. My next tip that I have tested is when you are booking your flights, do that in the incognito window. And what I mean by that is when you're on the computer, you know that everything we do is kind of like recorded with cookies and some of those other fancy name programs that I can't pronounce. And people and companies know where we go and what we shop and what we look for. So when we do it in the incognito screen, it's basically completely blank page where nobody knows who you are and what your habits are and where you look for things. So this way, airlines cannot give you the pricing or anything like that that you might be looking for because they don't know what your habits are. So I have found it very, very valuable. So I primarily use Chrome. So what you can do is you right click and it's going to ask you among all the options when you right click or with your mouse is one of the options is open incognito window. Is when you do that, it's actually going to have like a black frame around it and you're going to know that you're incognito. And why don't you just kind of play around and test and see what would be the difference in pricing and information that you would get if you were shopping from your regular website versus an incognito website. You might be surprised. My next tip is extremely important. When you are going somewhere and you're traveling, please scan or even just take a picture with your phone of your most important documents. If you're going overseas and you have your passports, make sure that you take a picture of your passport. This way is, God forbid you lose it or it gets stolen, you can visit the embassy and you have a picture of your passport information right on your phone, and the embassy can just issue the proper documents for you to get back. Same thing with your driver's license, your credit card, anything that you take with you. I do the same thing with my airline tickets. I may have the actual check-in on my phone, but I also save it as a PDF so that way I can access it easily. Next, rolling your clothes, right? When you just like one of the best tricks that I have learned when we pack is instead of just laying everything flat, if you roll everything, it's actually going to create more space for you. That's one. And two, your clothes is not going to be as wrinkled when it's just laying out flat. Don't ask me why or what is the science behind it. I actually tested this theory and it works. Prepping your home for summer. This is actually part of our maintenance checklist that we recommend that you have, which again, we also send out to our clients. If you think about it, it's not only how to make your own life easier, but it's also make sure that your home is operating at the best efficiency, right? And one of the biggest things that we can do to help ourselves, especially in the spring and summer, is making sure that our ceiling fan blades are rotating in the proper direction, right? Because what it does is if we're going to run them counterclockwise, right, in the hot season to optimize the energy use, because cold air settles, you want to make sure that we pull it up. And then in the wintertime, we actually rotate our blades to make sure that the warm air is going to be coming down so that way we can feel it and it doesn't sit all the way at the ceiling. Coffee grounds, what we use and then we throw away is a good idea to try and see if it's going to banish ants. Ant season is coming up soon enough. They're going to find their ways into our homes. But apparently, coffee's high nitrogen content burns the bugs so they won't walk across it and into your home. So give it a try. Let's talk about some weekend projects. I actually took a couple of the slides from our top renovations workshop that you're welcome to attend, and I will post the schedule for you at the end. But if you're looking for some fun project that you can accomplish right over the weekend, if you have some fixtures, it doesn't matter if they're inside or outside, that could use up some sprucing up. This is something that you can do in a couple of hours, or depending on how many of these fixtures that you want to try and kind of breathe some life into, you can do it right over the weekend. Rust-Oleum is one of my most favorite and most versatile brands. They have tons of different colors. So if you have some light fixtures that maybe you're thinking about that it's time to replace them, why don't you try just spray painting them first? If they're rusty, if they are gold and maybe dated color, or something else is wrong with them, give it a try and see what happens if you spray paint them first and how it looks, because you can always replace them later if the paint could not do the job. All right, let's talk about some other making life easier hacks. So this is what I mentioned to you in the beginning. These are some of the things that I personally use. I could probably create a list of top 15 hacks that make my life easier and share it with you, which I might actually do at a later date and just make a separate video for you. But this is something that I have found that made my life easier for me and my family. And I just wanted to share with you in hopes that you will find some of these tips as well. So number one, having a notepad on your refrigerator. Now, I'm going to take this one step further and tell you that I have a notepad in my office right here. I actually have a couple of them, right? Sitting right next to my lamp. I have a notepad in my car. I have one on my nightstand in my bedroom, in my dining room. And what I said to myself is that I can't remember everything and keep it in my head. And I hope you will agree with me. There's lots of information that is being given to us on a daily basis. So I said to myself, instead of being worried that I'm going to forget something, what I encourage you to do is have some kind of piece of paper or notepad or a notebook where you can easily jot those things down. And it's going to give you a peace of mind knowing that it was important enough for someone to tell you about it, right? If your child is telling you, Mom, we need to go to Joann's because I have a project that needs to be done over the weekend. And of course, they're going to tell you this, which is what my kids do, at the worst time possible. As in, like, I'm getting ready to cook dinner, or we're getting ready to get in the car, or before bedtime is my favorite, where they think I'm going to remember it and dream about it, which is not true. So what I do is I quickly jot it down, or I tell them, here's a sticky note. write it down for me, go put it on in my planner, go put it in my office. So this way I don't forget. So the notepad on the fridge is the first and basic one. You can use it as a grocery list, reminders for thoughts and more. And what I told my kids, and I told my husband, that if it's not on that list, I don't know we're missing it or we're running low on it. So I am not going to buy it. So they now write everything on there. Next is a quick declutter tip that I have used myself. And this is actually from our decluttering workshop. And I use it, I can tell you this, just about every day. So if you don't know where to start or what to declutter, or maybe you have a junk drawer or something that you have been meaning to work on, try this tip. Use your waiting time from waiting for your coffee or your pot to brew, and figure out how much time that is, right? So mine could be anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how much water I'm boiling. The same thing for when you're making dinner, right? If you're cooking pasta, it's whatever it says on the box, between 7 and 10 minutes. If you have a family member in the shower, it can be between 15 minutes to an hour for my daughters. And I know that if I am waiting for them, I have 30 minutes to 45 minutes to do whatever decluttering or something that I want to accomplish, because I have a short period of time. And I gamify it. I make it fun, right? So if it's coffee or teapot, which is what's usual, I can say, you know what, I'm just going to walk around my perimeter of my kitchen and I have 3 minutes to put stuff away, wipe down counters. Or I can take one cabinet door and I can just take some Windex and quickly wipe it down. Or I say, you know what, I have 3 minutes and I have 3 minutes to unload and load the dishwasher. And I try to make that happen to see if I can beat the clock. So whatever the time that you have, think how you can use it to your advantage, and you'll be surprised at how much you can actually accomplish when you know you have a deadline. Clean out your medicine cabinet. Again, this is also from our decluttering class, but I want you to think about, when was the last time you actually looked in your medicine cabinet and you cleared it out? And that means taking everything out and looking at all of the expiration dates for your medicine. My suggestion to you is all of expired meds, or all of the old medications that maybe still have not expired, but you know that you're never going to use again. Maybe they were purchased for one-time use or purpose, get rid of it. It's not recommended that you throw these things away. You can donate them to your police department or take them back to CVS and Walgreens. The same thing, cleaning out your makeup and your lotions. Going to the bathroom. If you know that you have only a certain amount of time, that's one of the best ways to do it. If you have stuff that is older than 6 months, remember, we put it on our skin and we let our skin to absorb it. If it's unused, if it's leftover, if it's old, anything that's over than a year, you need to throw it away. Next, think about cleaning your most often used helpers, is what we call it, right? And these are the things we never really think about, right? Our earbuds that we use on a regular basis, our remotes, those never get cleaned probably. Our phone, right? That is a biggie. Car shifter and steering wheel, keys, purse, laptop, tablet, and other tech. I can tell you that after I'm in the store and shopping, when I get into my car, I actually have a pump of Lysol, a hand sanitizer pump that I have in my car that is there all the time. This is how I don't forget to use it. And then when I take that pump and I clean my hands, I also rub my steering wheel. I also rub my keys and my shifter. So I do it all in one shot when I'm using my cleaning my hands. So that is my suggestion for you, so that way you don't forget to do it. A couple of other fun things that I actually have borrowed from others. If you haven't bought this letter board, it's like $20 on Amazon. And I love it because you can take the time and create some special messages to your family. You can write like an inspirational quote that you have found somewhere, and then you put it where you see it every time you walk by. I actually have mine sitting on the piano in my hallway. So all of our family has to walk by it to go into the kitchen and go back upstairs to the bedrooms. And it's fun to do, even like sometimes ask a question to see who is going to notice it. And I have done some like inspirational things, or I might just put like one word, because I know that it's not just inspirational to someone else that I am writing this for, but it's also going to be inspirational and reminding me of something maybe that's important. Memories from trips. I took this from my daughter, my oldest daughter. She loves to travel, and everywhere she goes, she collects small things and then she creates a journal, like entry out of those things. So she has collected flyers and menus from restaurants and tickets and candy wrappers, and she will actually glue them in along with the pictures that she took. And that has turned into an amazing memory journal. And you can also use the stubs and different things that were memories to you from your travel. You can make them into bookmarks, or you can make them into magnets. And that also creates memories from the places that you have been. So this is actually a picture from one of her albums that she has, that she allowed me to take a picture on for you. All right, let's make it fun for the summer and coming up. You don't have to create a bucket list of just places that you want to visit before you decide to depart this earth. You can create a bucket list for just about anything. So today I'm encouraging you to create a bucket list for something that is important to you, right? You can actually create a list for your kids. They love this kind of stuff. I have suggested and actually put it in our newsletter where we created like a bingo style, where you had to find things. You can do this for adults and for kids. So here's an example for you here on doing like a summer fun bucket list, like checklist things, right? And you can find a million of these different variations for pretty much any season, any topic. So again, think about how you can gamify it, right? Make it fun for you, for your kids, for your family, or even for business as well. You can do pretty much anything that you want. All right, here I'm sharing with you some of my favorite cleaning supplies. I've gotten into it probably a little bit on the deeper side during the pandemic. And I was like, you know what? I have the time. Let me do some research, because I am the type of person, I want to invest in some good products that will help me clean faster and do it better and do it well from the start. And then I don't have to worry about it again for the next time. So these are the items that I personally own, that I have recommended to others that work well. So what I have here to share with you are my canister. This is Bissell vacuum cleaner. I use it everywhere. It is super light. It's super easy to clean and to get all the dirt out. Cedar spin mop for cleaning the floors. Barkeeper's Friend cleans just about everything. Wyman brand overall, if you're looking for some quality things to try out, and especially for stainless steel, this is the best brand that I have found that will not leave any stains. It's great on stainless steel. Dawn dishwashing liquid. I use it for dishes, but I also use it for stain removal in my laundry. You guys won't believe just how well this thing removes not just fresh stains, but old stains. I specifically tried it and it worked wonders. So you just rub it on and just leave it, and then you throw it in the wash. You'll be surprised. So definitely give it a try. And I can tell you that all of this stuff can be easily ordered on Amazon, or you can go to Walmart or Home Depot or Lowe's to get any of those items. They're super easy to find. Let's talk about making your life easier and getting ready for the summer and being out and about for your car. And this is something that has helped me in a big way. You know, as a real estate agent, my car is also my office. I spend a lot of time when I'm working with clients. So I made this not only to make my life easier for me and my kids, I also made it easier for my car as well as for my work. So I divided this in two categories. One is for humans, right? Humans in our lives, our clients, our kids. And this is a list of things that I recommend that you put in your car. One of the best things that I have done is I have a bag that was an awesome gift from a friend of mine last year during the holiday season. I have it hanging on the back of my passenger car, and it's my bag for snacks. So I have like goldfish, I have pretzels, I have some dry fruit, healthy things, right? That is going to help me be healthy, yet at the same time, when I am hungry, I know that if I don't eat in time, I am going to get a headache. That's my trigger, and I have learned it. So I know that I need to have some snacks that are there for me when I'm running around. I also carry at all times a case of water in my car. And that is huge too, to make sure that you're staying hydrated, because I know that if I get dehydrated, that is also another trigger for me to have headaches. And that has helped me with my clients. If I needed to wash my hands right after being in a dirty hand situation or something else. And the same thing, if we're going and my kids are parched and they need to have some water, that case has been huge. Not just one bottle. I just leave the whole case in my car at all times. So that's been huge for me as well. And also make sure that your car is always taken care of. There are some basic toolkits, first aid kit, absolutely flashlight that you need to have in your car, just in case something goes wrong. You know that you have all the tools and all the stuff that you could possibly need always in the back of your car. I actually have a tool box in the back of my car that I carry most of my things that I need, and I know that they're there. And it gives me the peace of mind knowing that I am safe and I can take care of myself on the road. Personal and family. This is the last of my overwhelming tips for you that I have to share with you. But I want you to think about how you can ease your running around. I have used Instacart for grocery delivery. I also like taking advantage of the curbside pickup where I order it ahead on the app, and then I can either go inside the store and just quickly pick it up because I already prepaid. Or if you park in their designated spots, you can just give them a call and they'll take out the items for you. It's also a great money saver because you only buy what you need, right? Because you don't have time to browse and say, oh, this is great. Oh, this I could use, right? So that's also a good money saver trip for you. My next tip is keeping your receipts for warranties. What I encourage you to do is not just to keep receipts, but you also need to scan them, just like you do with other important documents, or take a picture and create a folder on your phone or on your computer. And the reason being is that with time, receipts fade. And I can guarantee you 100% certainty is that if you cannot provide proof of purchase for the items that you buy and you want to activate the warranty, it doesn't matter if you bought it last week. If you can show them proof of purchase when you bought that item, your warranty is null and void. We've had that tested. I had clients that purchased a house that had brand new appliances in it and there was something wrong with the dishwasher, and we did not get a receipt from the seller who bought those appliances. We could not use the warranty. LG told us, I'm sorry, we know it's new, but you have no proof of when you bought it. So just keep that in mind. For your financial health, I encourage you, just like we go for semi-annual checkups and we see our primary doctor and we get our blood work to make sure that everything is good, you need to do the same thing for your finances. 3 times a year with different agencies. There's 3 different credit reporting agencies. I encourage you to go to this website. It is by law, you are allowed to get a free copy of your credit report. And what I encourage you to do is, because there's 3 different agencies, you spread it out throughout the year, right? You do it in the first quarter, in the middle of the year, and then at the end of the year. And what you want to do is just make sure that there's nothing on those credit reports that shouldn't be there. And believe me, sometimes things happen, mistakes happen. But if all of a sudden you need to get yourself a new car, right? Because your other car is done, or you're going to be in the process of buying a house, one of the first things that we look at and we check is your financial health. And that's going to be obtaining a copy of your credit report. If there's issues on it, sometimes it can take 3 to 6 months to fix those issues. So think about it. If you can't get a car, how are you going to get to work? How are you going to get to the grocery store? How are you going to get your kids to school? So I encourage you to be proactive and don't wait until you have to do these things. Put them on your calendar. That is another actually saving tip for me. So that way I don't forget. So that way you don't forget. Put it on your calendar, write it down, and do these things so that way when the time comes and you need to get something where the credit is involved, you're going to be able to get the best rate, the best terms, and you will walk away a happy customer. Crazy Coupon Lady app. I love saving money, and I use this app just to kind of scan and see what are some of the good deals that are happening. So that is one that I recommend. If you guys have any other ones, please let me know. And I am a big reader. I love to read. So one of the books that I still do recommend even a year later is a book by Gretchen Rubin, and it's called Happiness Project. So I truly enjoyed reading it last year. So that's what I have to share with you today. I hope that you find some of these tips helpful. The schedule of other upcoming workshop is posted on Live with Olga link, and all of my workshops are recorded. All of them are absolutely free, and they are on my YouTube channel. If you think someone else is going to enjoy this, please share this with them. You are welcome to share my link, my PDF that we're going to send to you. And also please invite them to our next workshop, because we have something happening once or twice every week from the comfort of your home right over Zoom. And if you want to get in touch with me on social media, I am hanging out most of the time on Facebook. You can find me there. So that's what I have to share with you today. And at this time, just wanted to see if anybody has any questions. And if you have your own hacks, I would love to hear them, because that's one of my favorite topics to talk about all the time. All right, let's see what we got. Tamara, got your email. W. Clark is asking for a copy of the checklist. Okay. Oh, Cedar Spin Mop is amazing. Yay. I'm glad you like it too. Yes, that thing is pretty cool for sure. Okay. Thank you, Chris. We will definitely send you the recording. I think I'm going to make a separate thing and just talk about some of my favorite timed and true tips that have made my life easier. So I'll make that in just a separate video for everyone to enjoy as well. All right, anyone else can think of anything else that maybe has worked for them, made their life easier, that you would like to share? All right, well, if nothing else, just want you to know that on the 21st of April, we are doing a decluttering workshop in the morning at 10 o'clock if you want to join us. And if you click on the Live with Olga link, all of our schedule is posted there. You can definitely join us. We have things that are already listed for the month of May. And on the 11th, if you want to join us at 10 o'clock, we are going to be talking about the easy DIY home renovations on the budget that you can do whether you own your home or if you are renting. So, well, if nothing else, everybody, I'm so glad that you joined me tonight. I truly enjoyed hosting you. I hope that you take some of these things that we have shared with you and implement them in your own life, and they will also be as helpful to you as they have been to us. We thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye.